and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. NCAA week number 12. Week 11, I went 8-5 and 1 loss, 5-8 against the spread, 7-6 on the over/under, which brings the year-to-date totals of 1 loss, 146 and 52, against the spread 90 and 105, and over/under 101 and 94. The college football rankings are out. Alabama number 1, no surprise there. Clemson number 2, Miami number 3, Oklahoma, Wisconsin, followed by Auburn. Georgia fell to number 7 with the 1 loss. Notre Dame, Ohio State, and Penn State. We have 3 SEC teams, 3 Big Ten teams, 2 ACC, 1 Big 12, and then Notre Dame. This week we have Kentucky 7-3 versus the 7th ranked Georgia Bulldogs at 9-1. Georgia favored by 21.5. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 50.5. Next we have the 15th ranked University of Central Florida Knights at 9-0 versus the Temple Owls at 5-5. Central Florida is favored by 14. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 59.5. Next we have the 16th ranked Mississippi State Bulldogs 7-3. Versus the 4-6 Arizona Razorbacks. The Bulldogs are favored by 11.5 on the road, winning, covering, under on the 59. Next, the SMU Mustangs at 6-4 versus the 21st ranked Memphis Tigers at 8-1. Memphis is favored by 11.5 at home. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 75.5. Next, the Virginia Cavaliers at 6-4 versus the third ranked Miami Hurricanes at 9-0. Miami's 6-0 in the ACC. They're favored by 19.5. I have them winning, covering, and over on the 50.5. I still think them not playing Arkansas State in week 1 or week 2, whichever week it was when that game got canceled, I think it does hurt them, in my mind at least. I think being undefeated, if they were 10-0, they should be number 2. I think the committee's got them at 3 because of that loss. That's why Clemson's above, or that not game played. I think that's why Clemson's above them. Next, we have the Mercer Bears at 5-5 versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. Undefeated Tide, 10-0. They'll be 11-0. They're going to beat the Mercer Bears. Have mercy on that game. Next, the Minnesota Golden Gophers at 5-5 versus the 23rd ranked Northwestern Wildcats. 7-3, I believe. I didn't write it down. They're 5-2 in the Big Ten. Northwestern is favored by 7.5. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 41.5. Next would be Louisiana Monroe Warhawks at 4-5 versus the 6th ranked Auburn Tigers at 8-2. Auburn's favored by 37. I got Louisiana Monroe covering the 37 and under on the 68. Next, the Pittsburgh Panthers at 4-6. Versus 7-3 Virginia Tech Hokies. Virginia Tech favored by 15.5. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 48.5. Next, we have the Citadel Bulldogs at 5-5 versus the 2nd ranked Clemson Tigers at 9-1. Clemson wins that. Next, we have the 12th ranked TCU Horned Frogs at 8-2 versus the Texas Tech Red Raiders at 5-5. Horned Frogs favored by 7, winning, covering, and over on the 57. Next, the 5th ranked Wisconsin Badgers. No love, because they really haven't beat anyone besides Iowa this year. But hopefully beating a 24th ranked Michigan Wolverines that are currently 8-2 will help Wisconsin's pedigree for 2017. The Badgers are favored by 7.5. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 41. Next, we have the Kansas State Wildcats at 5-5 versus the 13th ranked Oklahoma State Cowboys at 8-2. Cowboys favored by 20.5. I got them winning, covering, under on the 65. 4th ranked Oklahoma Sooners at 9-1. So obviously beating Ohio State early in the year helped them. Losing to Iowa has not hurt them. Iowa State, excuse me. They're sitting 4th. They're playing the Jayhawks, who are 1-9. Oklahoma, the Sooners are favored by 37.5. Winning, covering, it under on the 70.5. Next, we have the 8th ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish, 8-2, versus the Navy Midshipmen at 6-3. The 91st meeting between these two schools, Notre Dame leads 76-13-1. this is where Notre Dame needs to be in a conference. Now, I have a NCAA radical realignment video planned that should be up right around the first of the year. And it basically takes all the FBS teams, organizes them by region, by division, and whole different playoff format and everything. I'll make sure you check that out right around probably January 1, January 2 of 2018. That'll be up on Robert Sports Show. Next, we have the 9th ranked Ohio State Buckeyes at 8-2 versus Illinois Fighting Illini at 2-8. Buckeyes are favored by 41. I got the Illini covering the 41. I'm taking over on the 55.5 of the Buckeyes winning. Next, the Nebraska Cornhuskers 4-6 versus the 10th ranked Penn State Nittany Lions at 8-2. Only a few games left. Penn State still has a shot to win their division. Unfortunately, with Ohio State, they need a lot of help, and they need a lot of help. Penn State favored by 26. I got Nebraska covered at 26 and over on the 56. Next, the Maryland Terrapins 4-6 versus 17th ranked Michigan State Spartans at 7-3. Spartans favored by 16.5. I got them winning, covering over on the 43.5. Next, 20th ranked LSU Tigers at 7-3 versus the Tennessee Volunteers at 4-6. Hey, they're 4-0 outside the SEC. Unfortunately, they're part of the SEC. LSU favored by 19.5. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 46. Next, with the Air Force Falcons at 4-6 versus the 25th ranked Boise State Broncos at 8-2. Broncos are 6-0 in the Mountain West. I have Boise State winning, covering the 17.5 and over on the 57. Next, we have the UCLA Bruins at 5-5 versus the 11th ranked USC Trojans at 9-2. USC is favored by 16. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 71.5. Last but not least, we have the Utah Utes at 5-5 versus the 18th ranked Washington Huskies at 8-2. Huskies favored by 17.5 at home. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 47. So that will wrap up NCAA week number 12 here on Robert Sports Show. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Make sure you check out the NFL Week 8. Check out the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series EcoBoost 200, NASCAR Xfinity Series EcoBoost 300, and the the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Ford EcoBoost 400, and all the Championship 4 playoff on all 3 series. Check out the WWE Survivor Series preview coming soon, and check out the WWE NXT War Games preview, and then this weekend reviews. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day, have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.